Isabella of France married King Edward II when she was 12 years old. Edward was 23. When they were married, Edward had already formed an incredibly close and intense relationship with a young nobleman named Piers Gaveston. Edward went on to have more deep relationships with several other men, but most notably Hugh Despenser the Younger. Edward showered Hugh with power and riches. He was even referred to as the Second King. Hugh was unchecked and became greedy and ruthless. Isabella had worked with and accepted Edward's relationship with Piers, but this relationship with Hugh was too much for Isabella to bear. Isabella came to both fear and despise Hugh. When tensions began to rise between England and Isabella's native France, her lands were confiscated. All of her French servants and staff were imprisoned, and her children were removed and put in the custody of the Despenser family. This was the breaking point, and Isabella swore revenge. She began her own relationship with a man named Roger Mortimer. Together, they launched an attack on England. Hugh Despenser was captured and ultimately hanged, drawn, and quartered. A few weeks after Hugh was executed, Edward II was forced to abdicate the throne and was the first in English history to do so. After Edward was deposed, he was taken to Berkeley Castle and kept there as a prisoner. The owner of Berkeley Castle was named Thomas. He had supported the invasion of England by Isabella and Mortimer. Thomas also just happened to be married to the daughter of Isabella's lover, Roger Mortimer. Thomas was paid £5 a day for expenses to hold the former king. Legend says that in September of 1327, Edward II was murdered while at Berkeley Castle by having a hot poker thrust into his entrails from his backside. Others say he was strangled or smothered. Some believe he escaped and lived out his life as a hermit. Isabella and Mortimer? They were informed the king had met an accident while at Berkeley Castle and had died. Edward's body, laid in state at Berkeley Castle, was taken to Gloucester Cathedral to be buried, and Isabella was given his heart in a silver casket. Thomas was charged with being complicit in the murder. He maintained he wasn't at the castle at the time, and ultimately, the charges were dropped.